Hey everyone, welcome to the Thinking Crypto YouTube channel. My name is Tony. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies, because we are very early in this new asset class and it is on the rise. We see the governments are setting up the infrastructure, the big money, the big players are getting in. So the writing is clearly on the wall. It's just a matter of being able to go through the market cycles and be patient, because we've seen massive bull runs over the years since the inception of Bitcoin's, or the inception of Bitcoin, essentially, I should say, back in 2009. And, right now we're pretty much stagnant, in the market price. Right now we're at around 10,450, and we're looking to, go back to 11,000. It took a while to even break through to 10,000 again, but, all market cycles, right? We gotta wade through all of this. Ethereum currently at $181, XRP at 26 cents, and what some analysts are saying, guys, is that we could potentially see a Bitcoin breakout soon. Now, of course, we're talking about probabilities here. No one can with 100% certainty say that's going to happen at this time or whatever it may be. But from a technical analysis standpoint, it is certainly looking strong. And I always tell you guys, zoom out on the charts, right? Looking week over week and month over month, sometimes you may not see a lot. It may be discouraging because you see the roller coaster ride, essentially. But when you zoom out, you see that this is just a tiny blip in the whole, lifetime of Bitcoin and cryptos, right? And that you see certain trends are repeating, and it looks like we can have, a takeoff, really a breakout for the price. And certainly a lot of bullish things are happening, and we know Bakkt is looking to launch September 23rd. On the 6th, they actually launched their custody service where folks can start making deposits. But like I said in my videos before, I don't believe that's going to be something that drives the price up. I think mass marketing has to start, because we know Bakkt is partnering with Starbucks, and there's many other big players, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, and the mass marketing has to start, and I think we're going to see some movements there. So like I said, I'm not going to go through everything here, but from a technical analysis standpoint, things are definitely looking good, and we are seeing some strength here in 2019, as you can see here from this headline here, when looking at the charts. Like I said, guys, zooming out, if you look at into 2019, it looks pretty solid, right? We're on that steady incline, that upward trend, and along the way is the little roller coaster rides week over week, month over month. But when you look at it from a 6-month standpoint, it's looking really great. So keep that in mind, as the market does its swings and so forth. And something I want to share here, this user Wilson here tweeted the following, showing just even recently the price, Bitcoin's price on September 3rd, going back to 2011. And you see the incremental growth, guys. And, obviously from 2017 and into 2018, 2019, we've been looking pretty strong because the market has matured for the most part. There's still some more maturing to do, but it has matured over time. Also, something to keep in mind, shout out to Mark Yusko who talked about this. I always do the analogy of looking back at the .com stocks for Google, Amazon, and so forth, and many of which took major hits, right? The .com wasn't a bubble, of course, but that doesn't mean that the industry, the technology wasn't real. The internet was great. I mean, the fact that you're looking at this video right now is a testament to that, right? You may be looking at it on your smartphone or desktop or tablet, right? Shows how far we've come. And likewise, the same thing is happening now with crypto and blockchain, guys. And he said, remember that Amazon had a double-digit drawdown in every year since the IPO in 1998. Average decline was 31% and twice down more than 90%. When was a good time to sell, right? And we know the people who held on made significant money in Amazon stock. I mean, I don't think I even need to tell you guys what it is right now and how it's grown over time. But markets always move in cycles. As long as the technology is sustainable and it's game changing and it's disrupting the status quo, and it's the next level or evolution in that respective industry and technology, then it has potential to obviously make some significant returns. Also, we see a lot of macroeconomic issues going on, obviously the US and China trade wars, many other things going on. So this could drive people to move money into this new asset class because it is not tied to the stock market or government or bonds or economic movements and whatever it may be, or even regular currencies, right? It actually benefits when those things fail, but its growth is not dependent on that, and we've seen that over the years, right? But these things can really help push more money into this asset class. So you got to keep all these factors into place. You got to look at it holistically, not just from a chart perspective. We just talked about technical analysis, right? But I also showed you market cycles and the other factors and the incremental growth year over year, but also economic items. So it's going to be a combination of different things. And of course, when we talk about big players, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, and we know Samsung is all in, guys. They are pretty much waist deep. I mean, they're launching a whole ton of phones with crypto support and a lot of different features. Well, the question was asked to an Apple executive, and he says, cryptocurrency has long-term potential. So he's not saying it's garbage. He's not saying it's rat poison like some other people who are trying to do the smoke and mirrors move. But he said right now we're not doing anything on it. However, as we've talked about, right, guys, it's not about what they say, but what they're doing. And do you think Apple is sitting by idly while Samsung, who is the largest smartphone maker in the world, is doing this, building crypto capabilities on their phones? No, guys. They are working on something. They can either be working on their own token or building the wallet services on their phone, but they're not going to come out and say, hey, this is, as you guys know with business, it's going to be about timing and when they release it, right? But I don't believe that for a minute that they're not even doing anything. He said they're watching it. Oh yeah, just watching it? No. I'm sure they're building and starting testing, but they're probably like, we're not going to release anything yet. Let's see what else happens. But certainly, guys, there's probably a division within Apple building something for the phones. No one wants to get left behind, and especially, once again, if their major competitors already doing this, right? They would be idiots. And Apple is known for innovation. They would be idiots to be sitting by idly. Along the lines of smartphones and crypto expansion and integration, messaging giant Line wins Japan license for crypto exchange business. So you have all these different folks getting in now, guys, who have nothing to do with crypto. They are now lining up saying, yeah, we're going to launch our own crypto business. We're going to integrate crypto. We're going to custody crypto. So this is pretty amazing. Line, provider of Japan's most popular messaging app, has just been approved for a crypto business license in the country. So this is why, like I said, patience is so important. We go through the market cycles. Smart money is not concerned about, the price went down yesterday or yet last week, right? Or some whale dumped on us. They don't care about that. They're looking long term. And that's usually the case where they can outlast the average Joe, right? Who the average Joe, for the most part, gets frustrated, like, my crypto just went down, I lost a ton of money. But when you think about it, you don't lose unless you sell, right? And that's why the people who hold on to stocks and even real estates over time, right, they've benefited significantly. So these are things to think about. Some big movements on the Ripple front, guys. They are hiring like crazy, and they're hiring really great talent, and talent that is from the government, which I think is such a smart move in the direction that we're looking to head in, where you're trying to get the government to approve crypto policies, regulations, and they hired one of the legal experts behind the Token Taxonomy Act. This is an amazing move here, just an amazing move. Blockchain payments provider Ripple has hired a former political advisor to boost its advocacy efforts with lawmakers in Washington, D.C. Now, we've talked about this a lot on this channel because you have to, once again, look at it holistically. Part of what a lot of these big players and what's holding back the market a little bit, I wouldn't say the only thing, is regulatory clarity in the United States. There's a lot of money on the sidelines still waiting to come in. And they hired Ron Hammond, and he, like I said, guys, was included in crafting the Token Taxonomy Act. So really, really smart move here. I love it. And Ripple, they've got a lot of players from like the legal industry, the government, they're just the banking industry. It's amazing. And one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on XRP is because of all these connections. You have the right people, you have the network, you have the connections. You can get your foot in the door, get things moving in your way. Also here, Michelle Bond of Ripple tweeted the following. By the way, she's global head of government relations at Ripple, that they're thrilled to welcome Susan Friedman, who, as an International Policy Counsel, Susan joins our government relations from where? Oh, just the US Treasury. Yeah, the US Treasury, and brings incredible legal and policy experience. Great to have her on board as we engage with policymakers worldwide. Do you see the writing on the wall here, guys? What's happening? And like I said, they're pushing the adoption and usage of a digital asset called XRP. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Ripple's a scam, they're garbage, they're whatever. Yeah, and you have government officials and banking officials joining them. People sometimes move by emotions, not facts. They don't, like I said, they don't look at this thing holistically. They look at it from a tunnel vision standpoint about my coin's better than yours and this and that and whatever, instead of looking at what is being built and where are we headed. What is happening here? You got to put your thinking cap on here, business standpoint, right? You got to be a visionary. You look at what's coming, and it's really important. If you're just going around typing and trolling and XRP is a scam and Ripple's garbage and whatever, you really miss the mark. You really got to think about this and put your emotions and feelings aside and look at it from a logical standpoint. Now, I hold Bitcoin, I hold Ethereum, XRP. I personally diversify. I believe there'll be multiple winners in this market. There's going to be a lot of losers as well, and that's why, because nothing is guaranteed, I diversify, and that's just my opinion and my outlook. Now, the IMF, which the Ripple is working with, you guys noticed by now, she's calling for crypto regulations, saying we should be open to cryptocurrencies. So this doesn't come as a surprise, because she's given speeches talking about, governments and banks and central banks having to look into cryptocurrencies and going, evolving using digital assets and things like that. So, this doesn't surprise me. And the fact that you have people like this at the IMF and the Bank of International Settlements and all these major institutions who work with the banks and all these financial institutions, they are now seeing the light. Yeah, we got to move to this system now. So big things on the horizon. That's why I'm so bullish on XRP and even crypto overall, guys. Now here, startup tests new Ethereum sidechain following Coinbase investment. So I'm bullish on Ethereum as a smart contract platform. Certainly my top three, like I've stated before, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And I would continue to invest. That's not financial investment advice. I will continue to invest in those three moving forward. So following investment from Coinbase Ventures, Off-Chain Labs has opened up the alpha version of its Ethereum scaling solution dubbed Arbitrum. Enterprise-focused blockchain startup Off-Chain Labs said that their solution will enable processing speed of more than 500 transactions per second for Ethereum applications. So this is great. Ethereum, the upgrades and all the scaling solutions are still in the process. It's slower than I would like. I wish it could move faster, but the building has to take place. The infrastructure stage has to take place. Let things be built out, just as they had to in the .com era. Finally, Paxos launches gold-backed cryptocurrency. This is interesting. Many Bitcoiners are former gold bugs who believe in hard money. So one crypto company is hoping digitalized gold will attract more traders. Paxos, the New York-based exchange and stablecoin issuer, just launched a gold-backed crypto asset called Pax Gold with each Ethereum-based token. So once again, it looks like it's an ERC20. So many things being built on the Ethereum blockchain, encapsulating the legal title to a physical bar of gold stored in Brink's London vault. Pax Gold has been approved by the New York Department of Financial Services. So this looks promising, guys. And, I know people use gold as a hedge against the economy, when it's not doing well. So I'm not against that. And if this is legit, verified and like they were approved by the New York District of Financial Services, this looks promising. I'm going to look into this more, because if you can invest in it, from a crypto standpoint, it makes it easier. I don't have to worry about having a gold bar because the blockchain tracks everything, right? And that's the big difference versus the current world structure. Blockchain is just going to revolutionize every industry, actually. Healthcare, finances, the political industry, and voting, and all that stuff, and everything else. Financial, of course. I think I mentioned that. And even the car industry, automobile industry, and everything like that, guys. So big things ahead. I hope you see how early we are. We are so early, and I would say we are in the dial-up days. Once again, doing the analogy of the dot-com era. So patience, not financial investment advice. Do your own research, but I hope you see the writing on the wall with all the investments, all these players, major players from different industries making investments and building out support for crypto. And even if the price dumps, Bitcoin goes down to 7,000 tomorrow, I'm not going to be phased, right? Sure, I don't like it, but I'm not going to be phased because I know it's all cycles, and there's a lot of volatility right now because we're so early. So guys, what do you think about this news? Would love to hear your thoughts and comments. Leave them below. I hope you see the writing on the wall, and price is not your only focus. Price will follow, all the building of the infrastructure and the launch of all these services, but it's just, we got to be patient and of course, go through the roller coaster ride. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for your support. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed as yet. Thumbs up. Please share this video if you found it helpful and useful, and I will talk to you guys later.